Take a deep breath. It's almost harder to start painting when it's completely white than it is to add that background of yellow that I typically do. So you just got to go for it. So these are the kind of branchy branches in the background. Sherwood Park, watching from Sherwood Park. Video sounds good, right on, thank you. Thanks Instagram friends. Hi Nikki, hi Charla. Oh, that's awesome, we got your gift certificate this morning. That's good to hear. Those are so, so, so sweet. So I hope you're all enjoying your Sunday so far. Good Mother's Day. We've chosen to stay home and hunker down, and it snowed out here this morning. I don't know about you guys, but oh my gosh. Gotta love snow in May. Okay. Working on Mother's Day? Yes. Hi, Mitch. I work every day. I'll take a day off a different day. Usually holidays, I don't get a day off. That's kind of typically been my thing. Although I get Christmas off every year because Christmas Day is my birthday. So I never have to work on my birthday. So that feels kind of nice. So I hope you can all hear me okay. The video quality is good. I've got 2 devices going, which I don't typically have because of my Wi-Fi connection, but hopefully it's going to be okay. Thanks for tuning in. This is very ethereal and very free-flowing type of a piece, like most of my work is. There's no exact placement of anything. It definitely goes where my arm sort of takes it. My reference photo is just down here, so I'm just looking at this image to help me kind of place things where I kind of want them. These are the branches of the piece. And a couple here. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're new to my videos. Hi, Tony. That's awesome. I almost said Happy Mother's Day. Nice to see you on here. Hi, Margie. Hi, Lizelle. Hi, Krista. I know it's strange to see me paint on a white canvas. Yes, it is true. But I do strange things sometimes. Okay, so now this, just adding some little guys. And sometimes branches go rogue. So this one's over here. Whoop. And he's got a couple fancy friends hanging out with him. So I hope everybody's having a good Sunday so far. What's everybody doing on this kind of chilly day for Mother's Day in Edmonton? So this piece is not a commissioned one. It's just for sale. Everything I paint, sometimes I do commission pieces on here. This one today is just something I'm adding to my collection. And if you're curious, yes, I have a website to check out. Everything that I paint goes on the website. If I don't sell it quicker, the last couple I've done, I've sold faster than I've had time to post them, which is also very cool and rewarding. But generally, my website is giselledenis.com. So you can just have a look-see over there, maybe open another window and you can see what I've done. Typically, I post what I've done most recently in the posts. What's most recent is the piece I did most recently. Okay, so now I'm going to add one bright green grass right here. That just feels nice. From Japan? Are you kidding me? You're watching me from Japan? Yeah, someone watching me from Japan and on Instagram. Anna, well, that's really, really cool. What time is it in Japan? It's pretty neat how you can talk to people from all across the world. I've been to Japan. One time, I was in Tokyo for 4 days. Hi, Gina. Hi, Nikki. No, Nikki, this background was just this painting. So all my canvases come gessoed. They're gessoed white, primer white. So they're ready to go to paint on just as they are. They've got 2 to 3 coats of white primer. So I opened up the bag I opened up the canvas fresh and it's ready to go. So I don't paint it white, it comes white. But it sounds silly, but I'm actually going to paint the background last and it's going to be white. But you'll see why later, why I do that. So yeah. So those are cool, I like those. And we'll do a couple. Green here. Vancouver, watching from Vancouver. Awesome. Oops, on Instagram. I just got a big hunk of something on my face. From Slave Lake. Awesome. Krista, thanks for watching from Slave Lake. And Gina's watching from Ohio. That's right. It's still way too cold for me. It's way too cold for me here. I know it's going to warm up here eventually. But I had to take my plants inside. I was worried they were going to freeze. Super cool, everybody watching from all over. Tell me where you're watching. From Greece! Oh my gosh, I have someone watching from Greece. Hello, my friend watching from Greece. That's amazing. Wow. The reach you can have on your social media is pretty amazing. Hi, Coral. Do you plan it on a smaller scale? Is that what you're referencing? I'm using like a reference photo that I kind of save. I have a whole bank of photos that I use as my reference to kind of look at something while I'm creating. And yeah, it's just on my iPad here. Okay, and then these are going to come all the way down. I'm just going to move this away from the ledge so I can see. All the way down to here. So this is just the grasses so far. Different than my normal of using a knife. This is all done with a brush. Dip it in a bit of water, dip it in a bit of paint, come back. Still lots of paint on my brush though. I definitely don't chintz on the amount of paint I use. I don't ever. It's always lots and lots and lots of paint. Oops, I just want to make sure I'm seeing people's comments and stuff. It's hard to keep track of the comments and paint. And I got 2 devices going at the same time. So tell me what the video quality is like. I'm hoping it's okay. I've got the 2 devices going on at the same time. So this is good. Now I'm kind of just roughly placing little bits of green where I kind of want them in different areas of the canvas. Next, I'm going to block in kind of where I want my flowers to go. So there'll be more of this green coming in. But right now, I just want to do a bit of blocking in So there's a nice flower, excuse me, kind of coming this way. So this one's going to be about right here. This guy, and he's going to go, whoop. There's his stem. Down. So basically, he's roughly kind of in there like that. It's very loose. I'm holding the brush kind of mid to loosen up my strokes. Thanks for watching, Shannon. Glad you like watching. That's awesome. Okay, so now this one is going to be kind of like right here. He's got a fun center. And then he's got kind of layers. And these petals are just kind of roughly laid in here right now. Maybe he comes up a bit like that in the center, and then maybe there's another layer of petals back in there. You can kind of see roughly what the shape will be. It's not exact. Just give it a nice solid stem. Then there's another one over here. Where do I want this guy? I want this guy over here. So there's just some layering here. Hi, Brad. Oh, Michelle, watching on Brad's account. Awesome, thank you for watching. So sometimes I even hold my brush like this, like someone would be conducting an orchestra. So it's like, la la la, instead of holding it like this. Sometimes I grab it from the other side, and it just kind of loosens up my approach a little bit. Gives me a bit of like a musical conductor feel. That makes sense when you're creating paintings. Now this guy over here, got to kind of come down. He's got a giant like this, another one like that, like this, some blocking in here, more like that. It's not an exact anything. It's very organically coming out from my mind onto the palette, onto the canvas. Just kind of comes out how it wants to come out. There, so that's the center. We'll do a little so I can kind of see that a bit better. That's the center, the center. Okay, so that's kind of in there. You can kind of see that that's going to be giant, giant, giant flowers. It looks a bit messy right now, but this is just sort of the underpainting first layer that goes down. And I have another one. This guy is going to be over here. Let's see what's happening with this flower. So this one has like these things kind of jolting out from it. A few layers of petals, just kind of, again, very rough. It's like doing a sketch before painting kind of thing. It's a rough sketch, but with paint. Then there's like groupings of blossomy, smaller flowers over there, which I'll do later. I'm gonna block in this flower here. It's gonna come right here. So it's got a big guy over there. Like this. And then another layer like that. They're like people's heads. And this one has this fun, like. So I did a piece similar to this one a couple posts ago. It's in the new home. It was a commissioned piece, and it's cool because you can see the decor around it, how she, so there's like a white console with the painting above. It was quite a bit bigger than this one. This one's 60 by 40. That one was 60 by 48. So yeah, the blockings of that is kind of thin. I want to add just a little bit of some lighter green in here. If you're watching on Instagram, let me know the video quality. I just want to make sure. I don't usually do Instagram lives, but we're trying out the 2 devices today. I have done monochromatic pieces, Shanlin. It's not common for me, mostly on request. So see those brighter, brighter green coming through. And I think I want to do a little bit like a brighter one over here. I don't typically do stuff like all the same height or anything. They all kind of go in different directions. Another question. Oh, Michelle's watching from Nova Scotia. Yes, I remember you have a piece. That's amazing. Hi, Jose. Nice to see you on here. From Regina. Oh, hi, Carly. Watching from Regina. Chilly day, unpacking. Yes, it's a day to do inside things. Okay. So, now what? Now, where do I want to go with this? I'm going to do, I need a bit of pink, which I need to mix up here. When I do paint something, I decide what I'm going to paint, and then I spend quite a bit of time sort of painting it in my mind, like 1,000 times before I actually paint it. If that makes sense. Like visualize yourself doing it and what it'll look like. You kind of like burn it into your memory so that when it comes time to make it, it's natural, pretty free-flowing and natural. It even comes out quicker because you spent the time already painting it in your mind like 1,000 times. So I got a bit of pink mixed up here. So I wanted to do 2 little, actually I want to do, okay, I'm just going to lighten these up a little. These stems for some highlights. My husband made a nice, we have a fireplace down here, and it's, oh, you can kind of see the corner of my fireplace in this Instagram shot, but yeah, it's nice to have a warm studio. Painting when you're cold sucks. It's nice to be comfortable when you're painting. You're more focused on what you're doing rather than how your body temperature is dealing with what's going on in the environment. And these have a little like, it's like orangey pink. Yeah, color. Couple just like, whoop. This. So juicy. And then there's a couple up here that are kind of like, just like that. A little bit there, a little bit here. Super juicy. See my comments here. Okay, so this flower here, I think I want to in yellow. He's gonna be like this. Lots of paint. And then a little bit of yellow over here. See when you just add little touches throughout. Just let your mind play with it. Just feel it out. And there's a bit of a highlight on the one side. Maybe a bit of some center kind of pop it in there. You don't get the same sound of the bumping on the canvas with the brush as you do with the knife, so it's much quieter. I quite like the drumming of the canvas with the knife, but this is kind of fun too, just to silently. You see that yellow one? Yeah, he's kind of hanging, he's kind of like, hey guys, I'm hanging up here from New Brunswick. You got a foot of snow yesterday, Judy? Oh my goodness. That's crazy. It's May, what, 10th? 11th? What day is this? May 12th. I love that you're watching from Greece and Japan. 5:30 a.m. in Japan. You're up early, sister. Okay, but thank you for watching. This is awesome. Where do I want things? What color? It's kind of like, so my plan was to do like multi-blues here. So I quite like, I'm going to do that blue there, and then a heavier, I'll do the heavier blue there. I'll do the lighter blue up here. So this one's going to be this like teal kind of, yeah. It's just light touches here and there. Very fast strokes. Don't think about it, just feel it out. There's no perfect edges. And then this one. kind of do like when you're working on a flower, what's kind of furthest away. Which flower petals are behind, which ones are forward. So start with the ones that are behind, it's a bit easier. Then you can always change your mind if you need to midway. You can always change your mind painting. It's paint. You can paint over it. Just paint over it. It's very forgiving. There's only no mistakes in painting, just happy little accidents. That's what I like to think. Happy little accidents. Okay. Yeah, when it starts to look too perfect, just mess it up a bit. Mess it up a little bit. I want this guy to be a bit taller. And these can be a bit taller too. A little bit of green got in there, it's okay. And then this has a bit of a dark center in here. And it had a little bit of red that kind of popped in there. It's kind of cool. Hi, Brad. What's the largest piece of work I've ever painted on canvas? Yeah, Bob Ross, I'm sure said that, right? Happy little accidents. The largest painting I've ever done, maybe 10 feet, 10-foot piece. Probably the largest. I've done a grouping of paintings that took up 15 feet by 5 feet, 3 pieces that made up that square footage. I also have a mural that's 20 feet. But canvas, yeah, about 10 feet by, 15 feet by 5 feet would be probably the biggest. Now I think I'm gonna do this here, do this little center in here. And it's got a bit this darker spots. And I think I'm going to need to get some more of this color, but for now I'll just grab it and go for it. And kind of leave some of the dark in between. These dark marks I made, let them kind of stay there and work around them a little bit. Mix up some more of that color. So it's always satisfying opening a new jar of paint. I don't know how to see the latest, there we go, latest comments on Instagram. Scroll through them. Okay. So for Mother's Day, last night I was like, you know what, I'm out of books. So I ordered a bunch of books online to be delivered to my door. That's what I love to read. So I spent some time choosing the books I wanted. It was quite nice. So I treated myself. How about that, right? Okay. And I think my son is, I can smell warmth in the air. I think he's making some sort of cheesecake for tonight. I'm so excited about. Watching from work, Andrea. Awesome. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you're on your break. Who else we got here? Joy. Hi, Joy. Hi, Mom. Happy Mother's Day. Thanks for watching. My mom's watching. So that was that color. Okay, so let's get back into that. Drinking some yummy cinnamon, some kind of cinnamon clove tea. Gotta drink tea and paint. That's essential. Hi, Rocco. Nice to see you on here. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. That's always nice to stand back and have a look at what I'm doing here. Okay. And my son and I had some fun couch time together today. It was good. We'll do more of that after I'm done here. My plan is to sit on the couch and not do a whole lot. It's quite draining when you do these live painting sessions. As much as I enjoy them, they're also quite exhausting. So after this, I look forward to sitting and not moving. And sitting down. So that will be nice. So now I have that, oops, I need to mix in my white. I have the basic sort of, now I'm gonna do some highlights. So this is gonna show you the layers of the petals by adding these highlights next. If you're watching, let me know too, the video quality. I've been testing different times and trying to figure out what's good for streaming times because it can get bogged down. And so I'm making sure that you can enjoy this video and watch me without the glitches. Okay, so now I'm going to do some of this. So this is what really differentiates all an illusion of maybe some pink and a bit of yellow. And then maybe a light blob of blue in there. And so that guy is in there now. I never call it done. We kind of keep working at it, so I'll kind of be 99% done that flower and then move on to the next one. So, oh, just got a big glob of paint in my hair. That's never fun. It hurts really bad when I try and brush my hair out later. Okay, I need a bit of yellow. Oh yeah, Michelle, sorry. It's not Brad, it's Michelle. You got to get your own your own Facebook. Excellent, the off glitch. Okay, the odd glitch. Yes, I should be there. When things open up again, I should be back at the Fairmont in Edmonton. What was I doing? Okay, I was mixing some yellow. Oh, hi, Mickey. Thanks for watching. Happy Mother's Day. How are things on this Mother's Day for you? You're a very busy mama with 2 little ones. So tell me how your day's going. I hope you're getting a break. Hopefully you got to lay in bed and your family made you breakfast or something. Or maybe they'll make you supper. It's funny with things like Mother's Day, when these people were, usually the husbands, picking up the painting for their wives, they would say to me, oh yeah, my wife dropped huge hints that she wanted a Mother's Day gift certificate for Mother's Day. And I said to them, don't you love a woman who tells you what she wants? I think we're much happier in our marriage if we just tell our partner what we want and what makes us happy, and instead of assuming they should know and assuming they'll remember and assuming, and expectations. I'm not saying to lower expectations, I'm just saying it's kind of cool to be able to just tell them what you love. And then I'm a big, I like acts of service. So I'm not a huge gift person, but my husband, when he does things for me, I feel loved. So anyway, so yeah, he did a couple errands for me today and he made us lunch and made a nice fire for me. So to me, that's a Mother's Day, perfect Mother's Day for me. So it's when you tell them what you want, or tell them what you love, and they, take note and listen to that, it feels really good. So now I'm gonna do this flower here. This one's kind of a white flower, white petals back here. And they kind of went, okay, there we go. And what I could do so that that shows through, you can't hear me. Oh, am I muted? If you're watching from Instagram, is anyone else having trouble hearing me? Oh, good. Okay. Thanks, Donna. Maybe I was muted on your end. Cool. All right. So I want to add a cluster of green things for here so that you can actually get a bit of you can see those, that white petal popping through a bit better. So we'll do a cluster of green coming in here. Then we can block in some more of that white flower. Because you can't really have white on white, you won't really see it very well. Same thing we did here. And this one is curling up a little bit. Don't forget the sides, the edges, always paint the edges. Okay, so now also we want this to be wider. And then I'm going to do a bit of this. You can hear me. Awesome. Oh, I got someone speaking some other language. Is that, I don't know what language that is. That's awesome. Wish I could respond to that one. Hi, Joan. Nice to see you. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day. even though it's painting, it still has a lot of paint. Never worry about how much paint you're using when you're painting. Just create. I've got a bit of blue in it, and that's okay, but I think I want to create that white. There we go, and then maybe some of this comes down. And it comes around the edge, like that. Missing my throwing stuff on the floor. Gotta get it right in the garbage can. Also saying nice things. I can see. I just don't know exactly what you're saying, but I love it. Forcing me to look up what you're saying. I love it. So, still got everyone hanging out here with me. Okay, I want this one to be a bit wider. And this one's going to have a bit of a connection to the flower, a little bit more defined. Just noticed that as I was working. And then a bit of white going in here, just like that. Now, this guy is going to be blue. I'm going to bring in another blue. I quite like that one, so we'll do that one. We got 1, 2, 3. This will be 4. I think 4 different blues in this painting. Or wait, maybe I'll do this one. Let's see which one I like better. Ooh, I can't open it. Oh, that one's nice too. Which one do I like better with this? I'm gonna do this one. Change my mind. Oh, but it's not what I need my gel. Plop a little gel down. Get a bit of this blue. And while I'm at it, I'm going to mix this blue. So, yeah, and I was adding gel, that is right. I add gel to some of my colors, not all. Some of the colors have less shine than the others, so it adds some shine when it dries. Hi, Rochelle. Nice to see you. Is this a Mother's Day giveaway? Unfortunately not. This one's just for sale. This one's 60 by 40 inches, and if you're curious about the price of this one, it retails for $2,800 for a piece this size. Okay, let's go here. So yeah, if you ended up getting a gift certificate for Mother's Day, you can redeem and cash it in anytime. And if you didn't get a gift certificate for Mother's Day, I still have them. So you could always get one today. They start at $50. They're 5 by 7 original paintings. I have a few back here that I still have. They look like this. They start at 50. I'll show you that. Oh, it's better in the light. Yeah, so those are, people have been snapping those up. I think I sold them for 60 at Mother's Day, so it was very busy for me. What blue is that? I don't know. I have 4 different blues on here. I've got a teal, a turquoise, a phthalo blue, and not sure what the color maybe blues, all of the blues. So this one's going to be, this is the well, it's one of the turquoises. I have a couple turquoises. So I'll start with this petal. And then this one. Kind of get where I want it. And then I add highlights to it after. It's not perfect, it's very messy. And I like the center of this one with this sort of color and this color. And a bit of dark. I like that. Maybe a bit over here. Maybe this one has some. And then there's petals in here and foliage. Love the foliage. Does anyone else watch Jim Gaffigan, the comedian? My son and I love to watch Jim Gaffigan together. I went to his concert. My husband and I went to see him at Rogers Place. Oh my gosh, I love a good comedian. I love to laugh. Who doesn't love to laugh, right? He was so funny, but also very clean. So I would have been able to bring Quinn to see him in person. Like he was clean, he was funny. I think it takes some real talent to be a comedian, period, but to be able to do it and not be like, not always tell crude jokes. I really appreciate a comedian that can be clean. Don't get me wrong, I like the crude jokes too, but when my son's watching, I want to be a good parent. This one's kind of wild. This one, this kind of almost reminds me of like a lion's mane or something. It's quite wild, this one. And a bit more of the white defined in certain spots. So much paint. And do a bit of this. Bit of that, bit of that. Thought I was done with those, hey? Not quite. And then it can have some touches of that blue down in the foliage too. Why not? Up here. Okay. Quite like this so far. Coming together. Hello, Dr. Hannon. Nice to see you on here. Thanks for watching. I believe we met in Dubai, right? I feel like I'm right there. I think so. I got friends watching from Dubai, Greece. I got friends watching from Japan. How cool is that? And people are annoying each other on here. That's awesome. A little sip of tea. Is that right, Dr. Hannon? Did I meet you in Dubai? I believe we had met there when I was painting at Raffles. Or forgive me if I'm wrong, but yes, I knew it. Nice to see you. Thanks for hanging out and staying in touch. I don't know if you've caught my live videos yet, but this is one of my few that I've done on Instagram because I'm trying them on both devices. So far, we've got success with the two devices set up. So here we go. With just some interesting things going on around here. Up the edges, continue the painting around the edges. I hope you're well. Dr. Hannon, if I'm saying it right, hopefully. Hi, Avenue. Nice to see you from Dubai as well. My friends from Dubai, when I go and eat there at a hotel for a month in March, I've been there 4 times and I have my friends watching from Dubai, which is super cool. So this one down here is calling out to me. So, oh yeah, you can still see it in my video, okay. So I want to do this one quite dark blue. This one's going to be like a phthalo blue here. Quite dark, but then I'll lighten it up with some light. But first of all, let's get it in there. Avenue, watching from Dubai. It's late there, or early. What time is it in Dubai right now? How's the weather in Dubai? Much nicer than we got snow and it's May, right? Come on. My Dubai friends, most of them haven't seen snow. Let's see what they said. We intended to be at Dubai March, but oh yeah, I know, it's so terrible. We actually came home 1 day early only. We had planned our trip before everything kind of happened. And then kind of were stuck in the middle of it while we were over there. And we were lucky to get home. We were lucky, but we got home safely. So yeah, this is a fun flower. It's these are some of our peas, some of our roses, some are from the daisy family. Wildflowers. Happy wildflowers. Hi, Carol Ann. Happy Mother's Day. Oh, that blue one looks really dark from here. Okay, well, I'm gonna lighten that up too. I just kind of playing with the shape. Okay, now bring my palette down in front of me so I can use some stamina here. You see that defined marks. That's going to have that dark center. I still want the darks in between. It's kind of this fun, almost like a wheel looking type of flower. But it's always rolling across the hills. It's rolling and facing the sun as it moves in the wind. Yeah. And I like to have things often coming off the canvas. So this flower it makes you want to see more. You know what I mean? I like to leave the viewer wanting to see more. How's the rest of that flower look? Where's it going? What's his story? So juicy. And then just kind of keep playing with it till you like what you see. And this one, I feel like it needs to be, yeah, just like that a little bit. And then there's some green. Gonna move my mat under my knees. So I have this special, I don't know if you can see it where you are, but it's like one of those cushier mats that you can have under your desk at work if you stand, or under your sink at the kitchen. If you're on your knees in front of a painting, also helpful. So I just want to fill in these spaces with darks and lights of greens, big chunks, little chunks, but I want to basically fill in all the white. I don't want white to show up. Okay. When I get down on in these positions, my old injuries start to show up. I've hurt my ankle a number of times in volleyball and basketball, running and all those sports, and then those old injuries have a way of reminding you of what happened. And I think some of these positions my yoga is helping out too. It's like strengthening the core, right? All right. Get all the edges, filling in the green. Maybe there's some more branchy things coming up in here to give it some grounding, maybe. And then some of this juicy pink maybe shows up in here somewhere too. Here, here. Someone asked me, do you always feel like painting? Truthfully, no, I don't. I don't always feel like it, but if you wait till you feel like it, you'll never do it. I just have urges to paint, and I do paint when I feel those urges. I definitely take the opportunity and go, okay, I feel like it. Usually if it's been a while in between sessions, that's when I'll feel like painting. But I paint so much that I don't have time to wait in between. My Instagram ended, so I'm going to start a new one. Instagram only gives me an hour. I think Facebook lets you keep going. All right, let's go back to, sorry. Sorry, Instagram friends, if you're coming back. I had to restart the Instagram video because Instagram only allows an hour, but I'll restart it Instagram. Book just to keep going, so that's kind of nice. Oh, I got studio hair, right? It's a little fuzzy. This is my natural curl that I don't mind. It's just gets a little crazy. Hi guys, if you're back, thank you. So Instagram only allows an hour of video, so once the hour ends, it kicks me off and I have to restart a new one. So which is nice. They don't let you not start a new one, but I just wish they would let me keep going. But welcome back. Hi Vicky. Hi Jelly Lou. Hi Billy and Christy. Perfect. Let me know where you're watching from if you just hopped on. On my last earlier, I had some people watching from Greece and Japan. Pretty crazy. And Dubai. And it's really cool to be able to stay connected to all of you this way. Usually my live painting sessions can be quite heavy in a month. I do so many. But I'm really enjoying this painting from the studio. It's still work, but it's easier because the setup is always ready to go. That's one thing too. If you have a creative thing you do, if it's playing guitar, if it's painting, if it's whatever it is you do, if it's somewhat always set up ready for you to do it all the time, you will do it more, I guarantee. If you have to set it up every single time, you will walk by that space 1,000 times and not do it because you got to do that setup. But if it's set up and ready and all you need to do is show up and do it, you will do it more. Wow, someone watching, oh yeah, Tunisia. That's where you live, Dr. Hannon, is that right? Or you live in Dubai, I can't remember. It's pretty awesome. my son and I for a project just because I felt like it. He's got a map on his wall. And there's the list of all the countries in the world, 198 countries in the world. I believe I'm right on that. And I said to him, for a project, I would like to learn all the countries, memorize all the countries in the world, because I'm an adult woman and I still couldn't name all the countries in the world. So it's gonna be a project we work on together. He's not excited about that, but I'm trying to make it fun. Maybe we'll make a song. I was thinking what we would do is go through the alphabet. So day one, we'll learn all the countries that start with A. Start there. And then maybe eventually we'll learn like the capitals of each city, or capitals of each country, I should say. Capital city of each country. What am I? Anyways, that's something I'd like to do together. Since I'm the teacher right now, right? I guess from home. Okay, so I want to mix a bit more white. Talking and painting at the same time is tricky, but this is good practice for me. Maybe I do a bit too much talking, but it's hard. You gotta stop and talk, but painting and talking at the same time, to me, it's a challenge. I'm trying to get better at it though. And having two devices in different spots of the room is also tricky. So trying to get better at that too. But the only way to get better at something is to just do it. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, we got my brush. I got Instagram and Facebook people still with me. That's awesome. So it does look a little bare in this spot. I'm gonna put a little bit of something in there. We'll do a little bit of green. Just as I walk away from something and come back to it, it's like, oh, hello. So I'm gonna bring this guy. He's gonna have a friend that comes over here. Another little arm. And then maybe this arm has littler arms. And then this one can come up to here, just like this. And then little shoots off of it. And this one can be a bit dark over here. Oh, thanks, Billy and Chrissy. I'm glad you love my work. I love making it, so it's a win-win, right? There was a Mother's Day giveaway that one of my friends had done. They bought a gift certificate from me and they did a big giveaway, so I'm excited to give that gift certificate to the lucky winner. I contributed part of that purchase to gift to the lucky winner, so that's exciting. And you always see things and you step back and you go, what else could I do? So I just add some of these bigger leaves. And then brighter side, dark side, light side. I don't want to watch those. Oops, nope, turn back around. Sorry, guys. Trying to see the earliest messages on Instagram. Technical difficulties always. Oh, what did I do? Ah! Losing my stuff. It's my charger for my iPhone. Sorry, it's bouncing. Stop bouncing. Okay. Okay, I see what I want to do. I just want to do a bit of like these sort of yummy little touches of pink here. Oh, I got the hair on it. One of my hairs got in pink. Let's take that out. That's bound to happen with the amount of hair I have. So I like that little guy over there with that pink. That's fun. I'm gonna add a bit more to some over here. Hi, Beth. Happy Mother's Day. This is so fun. So I quite like what I see so far. Nearing the completion of this one. I do want to put in a few orange little guys in here. A couple over here, some down here. Some balancing. So that's kind of what I'm doing now. It's a bit of balancing some of the color. And I'm going to make a couple of those bigger. Adding some yellow. Oh, the sun's coming out. Hallelujah. You feel that? I feel the sun. Such a good feeling when you've had like a day and a half of gloomy. These need a few little shoots coming this way like this. Still have an audience? That's awesome. I'm glad you guys stuck in there. So I'm waiting for how many minutes? Hour and 12. So if you want to know how long a painting takes me, this one's been an hour and 12. Didn't do some of this color in here and down here. Just do a bit of this. Some take longer than others. On average, an hour, hour and a half to make a painting, depending on how big it is. Thanks, Juliana. Hi, Jelly Lou. Thank you for watching. Oh, that's awesome. Oh yes, Diane, that's you. Sorry, yeah, I know who you are. It's funny to follow people's names that they give themselves on Instagram and then remembering who they are, what their real names are. Okay, I do want to do a fun little thing. I'm just gonna put in, okay, that guy has to be there. This guy and this guy. Just do a few more little doodads. And I see something I kind of not neglected, but overlooked. Something I want to add. So this one, yeah, okay. So this guy, I'm gonna put him like kind of up into here like this. Don't think about it. If you think about it, you'll just be afraid and won't do it. Just put it in. And then it has these little thingies that are just kind of it's like a little, like a pussy willow, kind of fun little doodaddy guy in there. It gives it a little bit of texture to what I'm putting in here. Yeah, I like how that kind of added a bit of interest. And now I think I'll do it like a little bit of purpley little buds on there to kind of introduce some new color. And this guy's just like, I want to be part of the party. I don't look like any of you. Can I come in? I'm not big and juicy and plump. I'm little with little tiny flowers attached to my stem. And I look a little prickly, but can I join your party? And all the other flowers said, yes, come join us. Join our party. It was different in my reference picture, but I don't have to do it exactly like it. I am the creator of this piece. And then some light. It's closer on Instagram, it's a bit easier to see. But giving them some texture. My white's turning very blue. It's almost like, I don't know, is it lavender or maybe it's lavender. He's kind of fun though. And then some of his little flowers kind of fell off. They're kind of floating around. Maybe he laughed or maybe he sneezed and he spread his little flowers, kind of dropped everywhere. That could be the name. Carly Whitelock says, that can be the name. Can I come in? Or welcoming. Yeah, I like that. I quite like that little guy, just kind of. Then I just kind of add those little touches of purple everywhere. He didn't even bring a friend. He just came by himself. He's like, I don't care. You know, it's funny because I feel like that a lot of the times when I go to places. I have to go to a lot of functions alone, sometimes working with my apron on, sometimes not. And I often go to these things by myself. And it can be very difficult. I literally have to take deep breaths to calm myself down. I get anxious before I go into a big social setting where I don't know anyone. I think a lot of us feel that way. And so I end up talking about this stuff. My vulnerability comes through as I'm painting, and it makes me think of stuff that I deal with in my life. So maybe sometimes I feel like that guy, and I have to show up to the party and go, hi guys, I don't look like any of you, and I'm a little bit different. Well, can I come in? Is this okay? So yeah, I feel like that sometimes. And whenever we think we accepted, like most of the time we are, like most of the time I am, accepted into things and situations, but you don't always feel like you will be. So yeah, it's kind of interesting how life can open doors for you if you just take the risk of walking through the door. Maybe this is a couple white. If you're just joining us, let me know where you're watching from. You can see some people are just hopping on now. And I'm nearly finished. Just keep a bit more white to get it. It kind of turned blue on me. And I'm going to do the background. And then after that, look at it and decide when it's done. So this piece, the background's painted last. I know it sounds backward, but like I always say, know the rules and then break the rules. Not saying that that necessarily is a rule, painting the background last. But what I want to do here, so the painting's all wet, and what I do with this background with painting last is I basically kind of come in and I soften the edges by painting around everything. So but with it being still wet, some of that color gets pulled in to the background. So this is kind of what I mean. I'm going to start maybe like right here. And I just kind of, all the spots that are left white, I'm in the way there, I can't tell. And I just come in and soften those edges. And there's no part of the canvas that's left unpainted. And it's a bit of green mixing in, and that's totally okay. And it's very relaxing, this way, because now I don't really have to focus so much on the composition's done. Now I'm painting around the composition, and I'm sort of blurring the edges. I come as close as I can, and I don't follow it exact where the edge of that blade of grass is. It's like, it's almost like a paint by number feel. Like, it's all the hard work is done for me now, and now I'm just playing with the cool down of the workout, the cool down of the painting. I'm cooling off my canvas. I'm not cool just walking away from it. I'm giving it some time to marinate. The actual composition's sitting and marinating while I do this step. And then once I've finished filling in all these white spots, I can look again at the painting and decide, okay, is it done? Do I want to come in and add anything, take away anything? Did I come in too strong with this white in certain spots? Do I want to fill it in again? But it's not exact. It's very like, there's lots of paint, and I'm just painting around everything. And it's quite an enjoyable part of this process. It's like no pressure. But yeah, even all this all gets white, 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 white. And a bit of purple gets mixed in, a bit of green. So I'm gonna actually, I can't do it with Facebook, but with Instagram, I will take you off the stand for a second and hold you in my hand. And sorry, I'll show you, I'll turn you around, turn me around. How do I turn me around? There. Okay, so I'll just kind of give you a close up of what I'm doing. Okay. So I just come in here and I'm very, see I have excess here, and it's almost like I'm using my canvas as my palette for a minute while I work around all these little spots. And it's just softening those edges. blending it a bit into the background. And if I cut in too much, I can come and fix it later. Add more paint if I want, but this is just to come in. Fill in all these little areas. So there's no raw canvas left. Oops, sorry. It's hard to follow it at the same time. The close-up's kind of funny. It's hard on my arm. This little spot. See how that purple just kind of whoop whoop. I'll fill this spot in, get some more paint. Maybe next time I'll have to do this with Facebook. You can see the close-up of what I'm doing. I need 2 people holding devices for me. If you're watching from Facebook and you also have Instagram, this is what my phone is doing, is recording closer. You can have both at the same time. Fill this in. Get some more weight. So these parts take a little while. Actually get up there a bit, kind of clean up my brush. So come back to here. Hope I'm not losing my Facebook fans over there. So I'm holding my phone up close for Instagram. And if you have Instagram, if you're watching on Facebook, flip open another device to Instagram and you can see the close-up of what I'm doing. Just filling in these little areas that I want to not have raw canvas. I want it to be also painted, but I like to soften the edges and paint it after at the end. See, up close doesn't look like much, does it? It's just a bunch of color. But then you stand back and go, oh, that's what she's doing. So this part, I can just fill this in here. Come back to my paint. I suppose I could have my phone on a tripod closer up so I don't have to hold this at the same time, but I didn't think about that when I was starting my video. This takes skills, people. Holding a phone and painting at the same time. Okay. So I just kind of paint around things. And it just softens the edges. I'm making the same sounds my yoga instructor is doing. She does that a lot. Breathe in and breathe out. That's what it's like so far. Did I lose my Facebook fans? Hi, Heidi. So I've got my Instagram close-up here. You're watching me do this close-up thing. So if you're watching from Facebook and you want to see the close-up of what I'm doing now, open up an Instagram open up your other device on Instagram and watch on there too. See, I know it seems strange to be painting white on white, but it actually is a huge difference. So do you see the difference? It's kind of, that's raw canvas and this is the paint. So I like the whole thing to have paint on it for this type of painting. I do actually do some paintings that I leave raw canvas because I have drips on the painting. So I allow it to have drips in it, which is part of the abstracted look. This one is not necessarily abstracted, it's impressionist, where, you know, I didn't put in every single petal. I gave you the impression of petals. But just filling in all of these. If you are watching from Facebook and watching from Instagram at the same time, tell me what that experience was like. You've got the close up and you've got the wide angle. You can't do both. Well, I kind of am, but not from one device anyways. Yeah, I know, right? Extreme close up. Okay. Oh, I hope I've not dropped my Facebook fans because I'm doing it with my phone too. Thanks, Tina. Yeah, I quite like it here. Okay, now where should I go from here? I'll fill up this area back up in here. Oh, yeah, I'll hold it up higher. I'm working up a sweat right now. Okay, I'll do that up there after. We'll do the close-ups with the things in it. Juicy blossoms coming up, these stems. So this is my Mother's Day gift to my fans. With some live video recording. So happy Mother's Day, my friends. Hope you got treated well, or you treated your mama well. But we don't have to wait for Mother's Day just for that. Aw, thanks, Dr. Hannon. Right, make something from scratch. Like this painting didn't exist an hour ago. And I made something in the world that now exists and will always be here. Someone will have this in their house. And I think that's super cool. Okay, where are we gonna add some more of this white? Down in here. How do you like the close-up? Is it making you kind of barfy because I'm kind of bouncing around? is it fun to watch the close-up, or do you prefer it to be back so you can see the whole picture? Give me some feedback if you have any opinions. Aw, I'm so glad, Jill. Thank you for watching. Say hi to your girls for me. Hope you're having a good Mother's Day. Thought I'd catch a bunch of you this afternoon. Yeah, it was cold when I started this painting. I am so warm now. Oh my word. Love the close-up? Good. Maybe next time we'll set up a tripod or something. It's a bit tricky because it's hard to get close enough without the tripod being in my way. But I'm sure Facebook doesn't like the close-up. Well, I'm sure you'd appreciate the close-up, Facebook. Oh, thanks. My mom's watching on Instagram too. That's awesome. Yeah, it gives you kind of a bit of an insider view of what I'm doing from my point of view here. Typically, people don't see this close-up part. So all the way up to the top. Oh, it's all the way up there. Yeah, the close-up's fun. So yeah, next time I'm gonna need my tripod, I think. My arms are getting sore, people. Oh, the sacrifices. Okay. Let's see if we can do this. Well, I tried something new today. I wouldn't say I try something new every day, but oh, my battery's dying. Okay, I gotta plug in. If Instagram's gonna stay with me, I gotta plug into my, now I gotta hold two things up. Okay, Instagram, you're plugged in. Sorry for the bouncy video. I got two devices, now it's extra heavy. Oh my gosh. Plug in a battery. I was at 100% when I started. How is it that drained? Paint around the things. Okay, when I back up, that's what I'm doing. I'm filling my brush with a ton of paint. So I'll have you walk with me as I do that. Where was I? Let's continue down here. So I'm just gonna lay some of that paint there. It's almost like my palette is on my painting. I can just reach for the paint right there instead of turning around every time. It's a little secret I have. Mostly when I'm doing this kind of stuff, just fill in the white. Oh, a little purple popped in there, that's cool. Gotta remember to move the phone with my, I see how, yeah, I'm softening edges. Just filling in some white. And it's just this Monet-esque thing. Anyone do the Enneagram test? Anyone's done the Enneagram test? There's been a lot of talk about Enneagram stuff over the last so many months. I did my test this morning and I'm a 9, heavy 9 on the, with a close 6 and 5. The 9 on the Enneagram scale is the peacemaker. Like, oh, that sounds about right. I don't know why I'm talking about the Enneagram, but it's something I did this afternoon. Sonia, I use the Stay Wet Masterson palette. If you've ever heard of it, I have a YouTube channel. If you just Google me in YouTube, I talk about the Stay Wet Masterson palette. And it's quite cool the way you can work with your paint. Oops, a lot of purple in there. And you waste a lot less paint by using a wet palette. You'll have to come back in there. Well, maybe not. We'll see. I'll have to stand back and look if it's too much purple or not. And a little spot in there. In there. Oh, and then down here. It's kind of trippy watching from Facebook from the wide angle and then also Instagram from close up. I got both going. If you're watching from Instagram and you want to see the wide angle, hop onto Facebook also. You see both. Okay, fill up the and you can also lay down some of that thick paint up there. You can grab from it. Get that edge. See how I just come all the way around the edge? I'm probably be adding more of those stems to the edge, but I'll do that later. We'll worry about the front of the painting for now. Top edge. So I just have a little bit, you can see the difference between the canvas and the white paint that I've added. So I'm just going to come up in there and fill it in. And it's back, forth, crisscrosses, some blue snuck in there. So we'll see if I like that. If not, I can add more white. This is a very satisfying part of the painting, is I can, up here, I don't have to be as careful. My arm's getting sore. Yeah, let's do this in here. Follow my brush. And it's got some texture too. If you just leave it white, canvas, you're not getting any texture because it's just this, just the canvas. But when you're adding paint, you're adding texture. My feet are sticking to my floor because at some point I stepped in wet paint. A little bit of blue snuck in there again. So it's because my stash of white on my palette is getting low and it's mixing in with the. So I'm gonna have to add more white, which means I gotta put this back on my. I'm gonna put you back on this Instagram so I can grab more white because I don't have that many arms. So I've been painting for an hour and 40 minutes. This one's almost done. Thanks for hanging in there with me, everyone. How'd you like this close up? Little spots. I think I'll keep it on the tripod for now for the rest of this piece. My arm's gonna break off, so. Okay, that was that lid. This is this lid. Fill in the white with big, happy strokes that give texture to the background. Here. So if you have any further questions, ask away because I'm about to sign off, just about done this one. Just going to give it a final look at the front of it and make a decision. When do I know I'm finished? Maybe it's never finished. You just have to know when to stop. That's my answer for that question. So if you enjoyed watching, tell a friend and tune in next time. I'll likely be back here next Sunday around the same time. And if you're curious to when I might do it, if it's before that, just now and then notice a live video starting. It's fun to just, I'm not super strict on when I do them. Kind of like to do them when I kind of decide, oh, I'm going to do this today. I dropped a huge thing of white. Yeah, I did. But yeah, spread the love. Tell someone about it. Invite your friends to watch with you. On Facebook, you can start a watch party and invite your friends to join you watching me create this video, this painting. So fill in some of this right here. So there we go. Any questions here? Thank you for watching Facebook. Thanks for watching Instagram. Oh, the questions from Sonia, am I self-taught or any art school training? My mother is a painter. I knew art and grew up with it my whole life, but basically self-taught. I took a class here and there, but really it's just I just learned by doing. So anyways, this is the finished painting. I think I'm gonna call it done. I like what I see in my Instagram shot. I like what I see in my Facebook shot. Yeah, so I don't have a name for it yet, but I will be posting the photo of the finished painting in one of my next few posts. So thank you for watching, Instagram friends. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, Facebook friends. I'll see you next time. All right, I'm signing off. I'll see you later. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. So I got to say goodbye to Instagram. I'll say goodbye to my Facebook friends. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Caroline, and everyone else who's here. I appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see you. Oh, hi, Chantel. I'm just leaving. So maybe you'll catch me next time. I just finished, but thanks for being here. Happy Mother's Day. Chantel, happy Mother's Day, and to all the mamas out there. So there we go. This is the finished painting. 40 by 60, 60-inch tall, 40-inch wide. Retails for $2,800 if you're interested or know of anyone who might be interested. That's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.